10. Ready, my dear. Well, so Andre, hello. We're going to work here today in our class number 7.1. It's the first class of the week number 7. Ready? So in this case, we're going to be working about something actually that you asked me this week, and it's the topic of the gerunds. Ready? So this class today, it's going to be about the gerunds. In a moment, we are going to see what is the meaning of gerunds, what is the meaning of that, so don't worry about it. First, I would like to have a short activity, yeah, in which we are going to have a short interview, pretending that this is a job interview, right? In a job interview, they usually ask you about questions about the job, no? Like, for example, like if you are an environmental engineer, they're going to ask you like, what do you think about the use of the chemical disposal, no sé qué, whatever, yeah, something related to the topic. But sometimes they're going to also ask you some questions about your daily life, right? For example, we have this question, like, what are your biggest strengths? What would you say in that case, Andre? What are your biggest strengths? Do you know what is the meaning of strengths? Andre, no te escucho. I'm sorry. Can you repeat, please? No, honey, no te escucho. I'm sorry. De nuevo, again. Are you in the cell phone, Andre?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, okay, I can hear you now.
Me tocó quitarme los audífonos.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, the headphones are not working properly. Okay, Andre, so do you know what is the meaning of the word strengths?
Fuerza, fuerte,
Fortalezas. Good, exactly.
fortaleza.
Exactly. So in that case, when I say, what are your biggest strengths? What would you tell me? What would you answer?
In my case,
Yes.
okay, my biggest strength is the responsibility. And how do you say discipline?
Discipline is the same.
Discipline.
Mhm.
God, I think that my biggest strength is the discipline in all aspect of my life,
Okay. In
not
responsibility and
only
discipline.
in
Mhm.
the work.
Yeah, of course, as
Yes,
a mom, as a daughter, maybe, right?
yes. In the as personal aspect, no, n- not not tanto.
Not so much.
Yes, but in the things that em, en las cosas que me propongo.
In the things that I want to fulfill, no, that I want to achieve.
Yes, that I want to.
Perfect, Andre. Okay. And now the opposite question. The opposite question would be, which are your weaknesses? Weaknesses are the things that we have to improve.
Debilidades.
Uh-huh.
Okay, my weakness weakness
Mhm.
is the impassion.
Okay, it's pretty common that the disciplined person is very impatient. It's pretty common.
Yes, the impassion is the most visible in my.
Uh-huh. In me, impatience. Okay, muy bien. Impatient is the person, right? So the characteristic is impatient. I mean, which we said like, teacher, I am very impatient. Or impatience That would be the noun, which is like I have, I suffer of impatience, no, that it's the other one. Okay, very good. That's right. So other thing that I am going to ask you, like, just for talking about it, I would like to ask you other three questions. Usually, like questions which are topic of conversation, right? What do you hate the most from your daily routine? What do you hate the most from your daily routine? Question number one.
Teacher, the thing that I hate in my daily routine is the traffic. I hate the traffic
Of course, the traffic is terrible. Good.
and place that mm, where there are many people
Yeah, exactly. But I know, of course, that you live in Medellin, but do you live near to the downtown or far from the downtown or?
in town, in the near town. It's
Ah,
called Bello.
you live in Bello. You didn't live in
Yes.
specifically in Medellin, but in Bello. Okay. And
Yeah.
well, I have listened that the highway it's pretty crowded, no? Because another student who lives in Rio Negro, she told me that it's like 1 hour and something from Medellin to Rio Negro at this time.
Yes, all towns near in Medellin are congestions,
Congested.
congestions.
Mm,
Is very stressing.
of course, I can imagine. Okay, muy bien, Andre. Thank you so much.
And in the general place where there are many people, I hate the concerts in general.
So, for example, that you don't like to go to El Poblado, maybe since the park is crowded, the restaurants are crowded.
Yes, yes.
Okay, okay, very
The
good, excellent.
band.
Yeah, true, totally true. Okay, Andre, question number two. What are you afraid of? What are you afraid of? Do you know what is the meaning of afraid?
Teacher, what do you mean sangre?
Blood.
Blood. Yes.
Okay, okay, okay.
I feel afraid. Yes, well,
Yeah,
I feel
yeah, that's
afraid
good.
with blood,
Of blood. Right, afraid of
of
blood.
blood, of blood.
Okay, very good. That's great. That's great. Very good. Anything else? Maybe an activity,
No,
maybe flying? No,
no,
nothing
no,
else. Only the
no,
flood. Only the blood, sorry.
no.
Okay, very good. And the last one, Andre, do you usually have cravings? Cravings, you know what is the meaning of cravings?
No,
No?
teacher.
Craving is like when the pregnant woman want to eat something like a lot, like they would want it desperately. We usually have craving for different things, not necessarily if we are pregnant, no? But we have craving for different things, like it's like a desire for something in the moment. For example, right now I have a craving for a cup of coffee because I am a little tired, so I have a craving for a little cup of coffee, like tener antojo de, right? So in that case, my question is, do you usually have cravings? And if so, it means CC, what for? What is the thing that you usually have craving for? In my case, for example, I usually have cravings for eating something sweet, like a popsicle or something.
Really, I don't like swim. No,
Mm.
I usually have cravings as cold drinks.
Like a soda or something?
Come on.
Like a soda?
No necessary. I don't like sweet drinks or no sé cómo se diga, gas drinks. Drinks.
Soda, yes, like, well, that's, it has a name.
Not,
Okay, like,
maybe natural drinks or beer.
okay, got it, very good. So you use like a lemonade, a cold glass
Yes,
of water, or something like that.
yes.
Okay, very good. Excellent. Well, idea. So these questions are related to different things that you do every day, no? Like hate something, it's normal. Be afraid of something, it's normal. And have cravings, pues it's normal, right? So it's something that can happen. The idea is that in this case, well, you told me about, for example, that you are afraid of the, wait, what were you told me about afraid? The blood, about the blood, no?
Blood.
But is
Yes.
what? Is watching the blood? Is touching the blood? Is drinking the blood? Or what is the action that it's afraid of you, that afraids you with this thing?
Blood of the injured person.
Okay, so I suppose that what you're afraid of is specifically watching the
Yes, I
blood,
don't
yes?
like see
Exactly. So she says, I don't like see the blood. All right, very good. Well, when I
yes.
say like, what do you have cravings for? You tell me about cold drinks. But is what? Is just having the cold drink, or it's drinking the drink, or it's what do you think? Or feeling the cold temperature in your throat? What? I suppose it's drinking. Yes, drinking something cold.
All because how do you say sediento?
Thirsty. Thirsty.
I am very thirsty person all the time.
Okay, very good. I
Um,
understand. Yes.
so because to calm the my thirsty.
My thirst,
Yes,
thirsty is sediente,
my
thirst. So,
thirst
así.
uh,
Perfect.
and to feel the cold drink in my mouth.
Okay, very good. That's right. No, so perfect. And also, you told me that you hate the traffic, but watching the traffic is not that difficult. The problem is being the traffic. No, so in this case, the questions that I asked you were directed to tell me, like, for you to express opinions about actions, right? For example, what is what you don't like with the blood? Is watching the blood or seeing the blood, right? What is what you're afraid of? It's watching the blood. What do you have cravings for? Drinking something cold. What is something that you don't like? Being in the traffic, no? Because I mean, the traffic, if it's in a different part, well, you don't have problems with that. The problem is being in the traffic and feeling bored or feeling stressed in the traffic, right? So in this case, you can see that we are using a lot of verbs in ing, right? Those verbs in ing or a verb in ing, that's what we call a gerund. Ready? So when we have a gerund, yeah, that's what we call a verb in ing. Ready? So a verb in ing, before we talk about that, well, in the present continuous, we talk about that it was like ando endo when I say like, I'm working and thinking and doing, but not always. In this case, we're going to have that a verb in ing, it's a gerund. A gerund is simply a verb that is transformed into a noun. Do you remember what is the meaning of noun?
Sustantivo.
Sustantivo. Very good. So in that case, the verb that we are having here, and it's transformed into the gerund form, it's not the action of the sentence. In this case, it's going to be the complement of the sentence. Yeah. It can also be the subject. Yeah. Can be the subject of the sentence or can be the complement. But today we are going to focus in this way, in the way that it's complementary. It means like the verb, it's going to be the complement of the sentence. Of course, pardon, the sentence has another different verb, but the action that we want to describe is the complement of the sentence. It's not the action of the one. For example, I don't like, that is the example that you told me, I don't like seeing the blood. Yeah. In that case, I have a proper subject. The subject is, of course, I. The verb is not the verb see. That one is part of the complement. That is the action that you don't like. But what is the verb? The verb is like in the negative form. So you see, the gerund here, the verb in ing, is not going to be the action of the sentence. It's simply going to be the complement of the sentence. Ready? That is going to happen specifically with some expressions, with some verbs, and in some different cases, right? So let me continue and explain where does it happen. Over here, that's it. When we have verbs of like or dislike, for example, the verb like, enjoy, hate, love, right? Those verbs, and also the verb, for example, dislike, which is disgustar, right? You know, so like I like, I enjoy, I hate, I love, I dislike, and I have another action after that. Yeah, if the complement is another action, that action it's going to be introduced in the ing form. You can say it, well, of course, interpreting as a noun, you know, because you can use it as a different noun. For example, you could say, I love soccer. Soccer, of course, is a noun, right? But maybe I want to be more specific and I want to say that what I love is the action of playing soccer. I don't like so much watching soccer, but I love playing soccer. So then the complement is going to be more specific, and it's not only soccer, but playing soccer. But I include the verb in ing because it's not the action, it's the complement of that sentence, that it's the verb love, right? It can happen with the verbs of like and dislike. Like, enjoy, hate, love, dislike, all of them can happen with that. Some of them can also receive the verb with to. Like, for example, like, hate, and love. They have the possibility to receive the verb with to also. So I could say, I like to play soccer. I love to play soccer. I hate to be in the traffic. Yes. When I have the verb, the preposition to, the verb afterwards is going to be in infinitive form, in the basic form, always. Siempre que es un verbo después de to, siempre, 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 siempre va a quedar en infinitive. Ready? But I have the other possibility that is doing it with the ing. Is different?
Yes.
Yes. Dime, Andre, question.
Es que esa era mi duda, sí, son como dos maneras de decirlo. So, can I
Use.
say I love playing soccer or I love to play soccer?
Exactly, but not with all the verbs. Ready? The difficult thing here is that some verbs work with gerund and other verbs work with infinitive and other verbs work with both. For example, the verb like, hate, and love, they have both possibilities with ing, with gerund, or with infinitive. But for example, the verb enjoy always works with the verb in ing. I don't say I enjoy to do something. No, I enjoy doing something. So there are different verbs. Like, for example, the other one is the verb want. Want always works with to and the verb infinitive. Infinitive, right? That is the verb in the basic form. But want is always with to and the verb infinitive. Enjoy is the opposite. It's always with gerund. Other different verbs that can work with both. I like to play soccer or I like playing soccer. I hate to wash the dishes or I hate washing the dishes. Can be with both. So the difficult part is that you have to kind of memorize which one is with which one. But when you repeat so many times the verbs, you are going to learn if it's more commonly used with to or with the gerund form. Okay?
Okay, so with enjoy, always verb
Gerund.
with ing.
Uh-huh.
ing.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Yes. Good, exactly. So Other different verbs have the possibility to include with infinitive, ready? But we're going to see those verbs in other different class. Today, we just focus on the ones that are with gerund, ready? But you have to know that there are two different possibilities, no? So later we focus on these verbs, no worries, but we have to focus today in these ones, right? Is different from, I mean, saying I love to play soccer or I love playing soccer? No, it's exactly the same. What's the difference? No difference. You have two options. You want to use one, use that one. If you want to use the other one, use the other one. It doesn't matter. Ready? So no problem. That's all right. Bueno, it can also be used with the negative expressions of those verbs. I don't like, I don't enjoy, I don't mind. Don't mind. What is the meaning of don't mind? Do you remember? What is the meaning of don't mind?
Como no me importa.
Yes, but
No.
it's no me importa different from I don't care. The way that I said I don't care, it means like, no me importa. No me interesa, right? But when I say I don't mind, it's like, no, it's okay, I don't care, like it's not a problem, ¿no? So cuando digo I don't care, es como no me interesa, realmente no tengo interés en ello, o I don't mind, es como no me molesta, ready? So I don't mind working at night, I don't mind working with adults, I don't mind working from home, it's all right, no problem. I don't mind cooking for my wife, it's all right, good, ready? So that's the I don't mind. When I say I don't care, it's like, I don't care. It's different, no? And with the expression I can't stand. What is the meaning of I can't stand?
I don't know.
No idea. I can't stand is like, no puedo soportar. O sea, I completely hate. Ready? So we have verbs of like and dislike, but also we have expressions of like and dislike. For example, we have the expression I am in love, or in this case, negative, I am not in love with. It's like, como, me encanta. Yes, like if I say I'm not in love with, it's como, no me encanta tanto, right? And an action, for example, I'm not in love with eating soups. You know, I eat the soups when it's like the ajiaco of my mom or something like that. But I am not in love with eating soups. It's not my favorite thing. So that's a different expression. So we have verbs of like and dislike, and also complete expressions of like and dislike. I don't mind, I can stand, I don't care, I am not in love with, or I am in love with, I don't enjoy, I don't like, ta. So, hasta ahí cómo vas, André? Good? Fine, no problem.
Good teacher.
Okay, very good. And the last moment in which I am going to use expressions in gerund after or in the complement part, it's going to be when we have expressions that finish with a preposition. Preposition different from to. O sea, to doesn't apply in this case. All the other prepositions do. For, in, at, about, with, by, yeah. All of these prepositions can finish some different expressions. If the expression finishes with that preposition, the next part, if it's an action, it's going to be in the ing. Remember that can be an action or no. For example, I am very good at soccer. Or if it's the action, I am very good at playing soccer. You know, I am very good at English. Or if it's the action, I am very good at writing in English. No, I am very good at speaking in English. So it can be only the noun or the verb and the noun for making a gerund noun. Ready? Expressions like, for example, I am good at. It means soy bueno para. I am interested in. Estoy interesado en. I have a talent for. Have a craving for. The previous one that we said, I have a craving for. I am scared about. I am afraid of. You know, I am the one that you told me. I am afraid of with the preposition of. I am scared about with the preposition about. With the preposition for. I have a craving for drinking cold liquids, for example. No, I am not in love with. You know, so with the preposition with. What other? I don't know. Like no, let's say I can help. I can help by, no say, giving you support. I can help by working with you, by giving you money, but I don't know, like the preposition by, it's also followed by the gerund. So the only preposition that is not followed by gerund is going to be the preposition to, that is always followed with the infinitive form. Different from the others that are always followed by a gerund form. Ready? So, for example, I am afraid of, actually, I am afraid of being in the heights. I am afraid of being in the heights. You know what is the meaning of the heights?
No, teacher. Alto.
Las alturas, exactly, good. So when I say I'm afraid of, puedo decir, I am afraid of the heights, and that's it. Tengo miedo de las
Como
alturas.
estar en las alturas.
Pero exactamente, eso lo puedo complementar diciendo I'm afraid of being in the heights, right? Watching to the heights, no problem. But being in the heights makes me feel scared, right? Or I have a talent for, I don't know, but I have a talent for making people feel comfortable. I don't know how do I do it, but the people feel comfortable with me. So I have a talent for making people feel comfortable. In that case, it's impossible to use only the noun because it's specifically about the action. I cannot say I have a talent for people. No, it's I have a talent for making the people feel comfortable with me. That's the thing, no? So these expressions that include a preposition at the end, are the other situation in which we include the gerund in the complement of the sentence. Okay, Andre, good? Questions, difficulties, problems over there? No, it's all right. Yes, good.
Como que te escucho a ratos, pero...
Sí, igual yo te escucho a ratos. Pero ¿me escuchaste la última parte? Preguntas,
No,
dudas.
la última. Quedé en lo de las alturas.
Ah, okay, good. Bueno, no, just that.
Ibas por el
Then,
segundo ejemplo.
okay, good. So then I said, like, for example, I have a talent for making the people feel comfortable. En el ejemplo anterior podía decir solamente I am afraid of the heights, solamente usando el sustantivo, the noun, that's it. But here, for example, it's impossible to use only the noun because I cannot say I have a talent for people. No, it's not only for people, it's for making the people feel comfortable, right? So it's complete
Okay.
the noun. Ready? O sea, hay casos donde se puede usar solo el sustantivo, hay casos donde tengo que incluir el verbo para ser específico sobre el sustantivo, right? Bueno, my dear. So in general, all the expressions that finish with these prepositions have the possibility, the potential to continue with another sentence, and especially that sentence in the gerund form. Ready? ¿Alguna pregunta sobre alguna de las expresiones acá, André? ¿Todas son claras? Everything is good.
No, en esta última parte, pues podríamos decir que depende mucho como de la preposición.
Ya, digamos que más bien depende de la expresión para incluir la preposición correcta. Pero pues todas las preposiciones igual llevan ing, exceptuando por to. To es la única que no lleva ing, ¿vale? ¿Listo?
Yes.
Bueno, my dear, very good. So the questions that I asked you at the beginning, for example, the first one was, what are your biggest strengths, right? So what are your biggest strengths? Which you told me, teacher, the discipline and the responsibility in my job and in the things that I want to fulfill. Great. But I could say, for example, expressions like, teacher, you know what? I have a talent for, because it's one strength, no? So I have a talent for being disciplined and responsible. Yeah. Or if you want to be more specific, you know what, teacher, I am good at, you could include that I am pretty good at doing the things that I have to do, or at complying with my schedule, doing my job correctly, I am pretty good at, no sé, I am pretty good at working in teams and alone. I am pretty good at following the rules, following my schedule, following my objectives, right? So you can use these expressions in order to talk about those important things that, like, especially in special questions, like, for example, what are your strengths? Or the negative form if you want to talk about your weaknesses, no? So, for example, sure, you know what? I am not very good at being patient, like, what is a weakness that you have that I am not, but actually we are the same, so we are not very good at being patient, you know, expressing the flaw is like como el defecto, like the mistake that you have in personality, using also these expressions. So I'm not very good at being patient. I don't have the talent for being patient, you know. I can't stand talking to blah blah blah. No, I have a difficulty with. I have a difficulty with. I have difficulties. I have difficulties with, let's say, working with slow people. That's a flaw. That's a mistake that I have difficulties with. As I have the preposition with, then I'm going to continue with the verb ing, with working with the slow people, right? So these expressions can help me for very formal contexts in which we can use all of these expressions. But at the same time, they can also help me to answer common questions like the ones that I ask you afterwards. What is something that you hate? Teacher, I hate being in traffic for hours, right? Of course, you could say, for example, I hate the traffic. That's it. But if you want to be more specific, I hate being in traffic for hours. Or I hate being in the traffic in my car. I hate being in traffic in a bus. No say, as you prefer, right? So that's it. And the other one, which was like, for example, what are you afraid of? Okay, I'm afraid of watching the blood of the people, of an injured person, right? I am afraid of losing my job. I'm afraid of, like watching spiders, watching rats, whatever, right? And the other question, which was, what do you usually have cravings for? The same, no? So I usually have cravings for eating something sweet. You usually have cravings for drinking something cold, so on, so on, right? So most of these sentences are going to help me to express opinion about something. But not only that, can be a positive opinion, can be a negative opinion, can be also other different expressions with prepositions for a different purpose. Okay, so we have a different variety of expressions over here. Are there questions, difficulties, or problems over here?
Teacher, creo que entiendo mucho, pero no del todo.
What part not? What part is not clear? Tell me, don't worry.
For example, no o don't, no sé cómo le digo. Yo le envié un ejemplo esta semana como no smoking, smoking. O sea, cuando dicen solo la, como que sí o no, y dicen la palabra en gerundio, me queda la duda si uno también lo puede decir como to smoke, o pues como es una forma diferente de decirlo, o siempre hay que decirlo así.
Wait, because I don't remember the example, García, quizás. I like swimming. Okay, good. Eso pasa en el siguiente ejemplo, André, que es cuando el gerundio está al principio. ¿Listo? Entonces, aquí hemos visto solamente cuando el gerundio es el complemento. O sea, está después de otro verbo, que son todas estas ocasiones. Entonces, I enjoy, I hate, I love, ¿sí? Pues todo eso, digamos que funciona el verbo y el gerundio va después. Ese que me muestras ahí de smoking, sucede cuando el gerundio es el sujeto. Es decir, que el gerundio está antes del verbo. Y en ese caso no tengo sujeto. Es la siguiente, espérame. Acá. Entonces, when the gerund is in the subject, the gerund is the sentence that I am talking about. In that case, I don't have I or she or we. No, because the action in gerund, that it's a verb in ing, sometimes with a complement or sometimes not, that combination, it's going to be the subject of the sentence. For example, in the example that you show me here, it says smoking is bad for you. Wait, vamos a borrar esto. It says smoking is bad for you. We have the complement, which is this part, bad for you. And then we have the other two parts. The verb, of course, the action is the verb to be, is not smoke, it's the verb to be. And smoking is the subject of the sentence, right? Question, my dear Andrea. What is your opinion? What's your opinion? Opinion. Fuck, sorry. What's your opinion is with double P? Or no? I'm not sure. No, opinion is normal. Sorry. What's your opinion about being a environmental engineer? So you said, teacher, being an environmental engineer, and then, pues, your opinion. What do you think about it? For example, I'm a teacher. Well, I'm a philologist, but my profession is teacher. So being a teacher, being an English teacher is much more fun when you work with adults. In that case, I didn't say I enjoy, no. The subject is the action, being an English teacher. So that's why I start the sentence. Being an English teacher is much more fun when you work with adults. What do you think about being an environmental engineer, Jaime?
Profe, no lo entiendo. O sea, está dando como tu opinión
My
de
profession.
tu profesión. Okay.
Exactly. Ahora, what's yours?
Being an environmental engineer is the good profession for the work and for the people and the future in this planet.
Wonderful. So you said being an environmental engineer is a good profession for the future of the world, for the people, and for the planet. What is the subject of all of that? Tú, no. The subject is being an environmental engineer. Entonces, mira que a veces el gerund es solamente el verb in ing and that's it. Otras veces es verb in ing plus de complement. Es como te decía, a veces es como complemento, a veces es solito, pero cuando está al inicio funciona como sujeto de la oración, no como complemento, sino como sujeto.
En
Al
este
gerundio,
caso, cuando se utiliza como objeto, siempre tiene que estar con ing.
¿cuándo se utiliza como sujeto?
Sí,
Bueno, de
sí.
hecho, en ambos casos funciona con ing, ¿no? Sino que en una está al principio y en el otro está al final. Pero te muestro por acá, a ver.
Sí, lo digo porque los ejemplos que veíamos ahorita tenía la opción de utilizar el to.
Ah, claro, lógico. Bueno, no, en ese caso sí no. En ese caso la única opción es to have. O sea, de hecho sí se puede, pero lo vamos a ver en otra clase, que es como to
Sino
smoke.
es que eso es lo que me causa más conflicto.
To smoke is bad for you. Pero usualmente cuando lo tengo al principio, usualmente lo uso más bien como gerundio. ¿Listo? O sea, sí se puede, pero vamos a ver en qué situación se puede después, ¿vale? Por el momento, sí mantengámoslo como gerundio, cuando está al principio, mira. Entonces, al final, igual depende del verbo, ¿no? Porque depende si es del verbo. Si yo tengo el verbo enjoy, nada que hacer. El complemento va a ser con ing. Ahora, si tengo el verbo want, nada que hacer. Va a ser el verbo siempre con to y infinitivo. Si tengo el verbo love, pues tengo las dos opciones. Pues depende del verbo, ¿cierto? Pero pues al principio sí, obviamente, lo más usual es tenerlo como gerundio. ¿Listo, André? Igual la segunda clase vamos a trabajar sobre esta parte del gerundio en el principio. ¿Listo? Entonces no te preocupes por eso, don't worry. Esa es porque, bueno, esta semana tenemos dos clasecitas, ¿no? 7.1 and 7.2. Bueno, André, I'm going to continue with the last activity. It's going to be super short. Here we have different sentences, right? We have different sentences about different things. Having siblings. Siblings, do you know what is the meaning of siblings? André, ¿sabes qué es siblings? Do you know what is the meaning of that? Otra vez no te escucho. Otra vez creo que se fue el sonido, my dear.
Teacher, can you hear me? Ah. Siblings, hermanos, hermanas.
Hermanos, hermanas, muy bien. Entonces acá tengo oraciones de todo lo que te puedas imaginar. Hay varias, right? So what I want you to do is to find 4 actions, 4, and using the expressions with prepositions or using the verbs of like and dislike, use it for give me your opinion about any of these sentences. Well, actually 4 of these sentences. For example, I'm going to describe living in Colombia. Ready? All of these are going to be in the position of the object, o sea, in the position of the complement. Ready? At the end of the sentence. So I said, for example, that I really feel happy about living in Colombia, right? I use the preposition about. I really feel happy about living in Colombia. That's number 1. Number 2, ta ta ta. Number 3, ta ta ta. Number 4, ta ta ta. Ready? So find 4 and use them, those complements, and complete it, of course, with the sentence at the beginning. It means with the first part of the sentence, which is going to give me what is your opinion about that action. Okay, Andre? Ready? Is it clear?
Pero entonces puedo utilizarlo antes o después de las oraciones que
Only
hay.
after. Solamente como complemento. O sea, después de, o sea, usas solamente las
Okay.
primeras. Ready?
Teacher, I don't know. I think that is more difficult speaking English. Is correct
Okay.
or
Well,
no?
it could be. So, but for example, be difficult, it's an expression that you can complete with the preposition with. So, for example, you could say, I have difficulties. I have difficulties, and then with, and then the very ing because it has the preposition with, no? So I have difficulties with speaking in English, for example. Ready? The expression that you use, it's like, I think that the most difficult es para completar con is, ¿cierto? Como lo más difícil es hablar inglés, pero no, entonces vamos a usar otra que es como tengo dificultades con, right? With speaking in English. That's it. ¿Listo? Muy bien. That's example number 1. ¿Qué otro? What other?
But for example, you have to have experience for working with kids.
Okay, you have to have experience for preposition for working with kids, right? Go on, don't worry.
Teacher, is better you have mental strength uh, for living alone. Is correct.
Is correct. So it's important to have, when I say it is an adjective, it is important, it is necessary. Those expressions with verb to be, they continue with to. Es importante, then they always include with to. Then also, it's important to have mental stability for, I see, for living alone. ¿Listo? Good, perfect. Bueno, pero ese for, que es de propósito, ya lo tienes súper claro. Piensa en otra, por ejemplo, decir como, yo no puedo soportar tal cosa. ¿Cómo era que se decía no puedo soportar? Do you remember? Ya hablaste de algo como por propósito, háblame de algo por necesario, por ejemplo. I can't stand, ta, ta, ta. Algo que no te guste, maybe, for example, de lo que está acá.
Teacher, excuse me.
Don't worry.
I can't to concentrate well with for the noise.
I understand, don't worry, no te preocupes. Entonces, bueno, ya hablaste sobre for y ing, bien, eso está bien, ¿vale? Ahora tenemos la expresión I can't stand, que es como no puedo soportar, I can't stand. Úsala con alguno, revisa cuál de los que están ahí te sirve para decir I can't stand esto, no puedo soportar esto.
I can stand being sick.
Por ejemplo, I can't stand, este es el being. ¿Listo? Being. Así. ¿Listo? Entonces, I can't stand being sick. Perfecto. Me neither. Es horrible. I can't stand being sick, right? Now, something that I don't mind. I don't mind. Remember that it's like, I don't have problems with that. I don't mind.
I don't mind being single.
I don't mind being single. No problem. That's all right. Good. Yeah, it's not a crime being single. No, muy bien. That's it. And maybe something that you are afraid from the actions that are here.
For example, I'm not good at receiving criticisms.
Exactly like that. I'm not very good, or I'm not good at. I'm not good at receiving criticism. Very good. Yeah, it's difficult. Receiving criticism is difficult. Very good. Ready? So in that case, those expressions can help you to use these actions as complement. So yeah, of course, you can also describe like you need to do for doing this, yeah, which is like para hacer esto, para trabajar con niños, you have to that, but also other expressions, ¿no? No soy bueno para esto, odio esto, no me molesta esto, estoy feliz de esto, right? Entonces, aparte de for, tienes muchísimas otras opciones para usar todas estas expresiones para decir como esto y mi opinión previa acerca de esta acción que está acá. ¿Listo? Más o menos, more or less.
Sí, ya entendí un poquito más.
Listo, Dani, good. I was going to ask you, bueno, no, entonces en la segunda clase, que es el jueves, si no estoy mal, ¿sí? ¿Es on Thursday? Creo que sí, es el jueves. Bueno, in the next class that it's on Thursday, we're going to watch the gerund as the subject, o sea, el gerundio como sujeto, y algunas otras expresiones importantes, ¿vale? Pero vamos a ver la otra parte, que es ver el gerundio.
El gerundio como sujeto es más que eso como para dar opiniones de algo.
Sí, acerca de una, exactamente, acerca de una acción. Lo que vas a querer, lo que vas a hacer es simplemente decir cómo te parece esa acción. Entonces, los verbos que tenemos ahí casi siempre son el verb to be, mira, el verb to be y un adjetivo. Es difícil, es genial, es terrible, es malo para tu salud, es no sé qué. O otras opciones de verbos de opinión. Por ejemplo, el verbo sonar, el verbo parecer, el verbo verse, o otras opciones de verb to be. Could be y un adjetivo. Mira, siempre funciona con verbo de opinión y un adjetivo. Is difficult, sounds difficult, seems easy. Entonces lo que estamos haciendo simplemente es dar opiniones de esa acción que estoy mencionando. Entonces, por ejemplo, decías, being an environmental engineer is an important profession for the planet, for the people, for the world. Right? Entonces, básicamente es para eso, ¿ok?
Okay.
So anyway, in the second class, we're going to go deeper. Vamos a hablar un poquito más de eso en la segunda clase y pues a ver otras expresiones que tenemos que ver. ¿Listo? Andre, questions, better, difficulties, problems, ¿no?
Pues me parece un poquito complejo, pero creo que hay que practicarlo para poderlo entender mejor. Pero sí, la clase estuvo muy bien.
Okay, good. Very good. No problem. With pleasure. So, Andre, have a good night. See you on Thursday at 7 p.m.
Thank you very much.
Goodbye. Have a good night and sleep tight, okay?
Goodbye.
Goodbye.